inside of my head. I don't know where to begin. Reaching for that light to guide me to that place. I'm longing for that warm embrace. Tell me what you want from me. What is it you need? 'Cause I couldn't hear it. I don't get it. No, I'm done with this. I made my peace. I got what I need. Now I finally see it. I'm not going away from here. 'Cause I'll be safe here. Oh, I'll be safe here. Close your eyes and dry your tears.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you so much to everybody who is joining us right now. I am VJ Sam with 2M's from Mix Global, and I will be hosting for all of you today for today's My Safe Place Mediacon. We do want to apologize to all of you who are joining us right now. We know there was a little bit of a delay that is due to a technical difficulty, but nevertheless, we're still happy that you are here and still with us as we, of course, talk about My Safe Place. And we're so thankful that you're able to join us here today to talk about the newest EP, which is called My Safe Place, which is a cross-cultural collaboration of ABS-CBN StarPop music label and Singapore-based creative production house AOR Global, which aims to advocate for mental health. And this EP, or extended play, features Filipino talents Trisha Denise and Lumi, and Singapore-based acts Kiri, Kotoji, and Marian Carmel, who all share the belief that music plays a significant role in the space of mental well-being. So once again, we would love to thank all of you for joining us here today, despite the delay that we had earlier. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day this morning and joining us here. And if you do want to, of course, join the conversations on My Safe Place for today's MediaCon, don't forget to use our official hashtags for today, which are hashtag My Safe Place MediaCon and hashtag StarPop X AOR Global. Once again, we want to say thank you to everybody who is here with us. And of course, we also want to inform everybody that we are now live on the following platforms. We are on Star Music YouTube channel, Star Music and StarPop Facebook page, the Mix Global Facebook page, the ABS-CBN Entertainment Facebook page, and the One Music PH Facebook page. So hello to everybody who's tuning in on these pages as well. Thanks for joining us here today. And I'm so excited to be here, obviously, because I love music. And we all know that music is able to connect people and create a special place both for artists and all of the listeners. And creating a safe place and strengthening it through music as a medium for expression, comfort, and support are some of the key missions of the EP My Safe Place. And we have very talented artists who are behind this beautiful EP. So I will be talking about them one by one here today. First up, we do have Trisha Denise, an award-winning Filipina singer-songwriter and a vocal arranger. She has been writing since she was 11 and trained with Elements Music Camp with Grammy award-winning producers, composers, and top-notch Filipino musicians as trainers. Her extensive discography has, as a songwriter, allowed her to write songs for numerous OPM hitmakers, as well as numerous drama OSTs, advertisement jingles, and more. Trisha's severe bullying experience actually helped her when she was in her younger years. It actually led her to create her first EP to advocate mental health and anti-bullying. She also collaborated with the director of I Want series Project Feb 14 for its OST Paalam, opening up discussions about mental health conditions and raising awareness. But also on the EP, we are graced by the presence, of course, and talent of Marian Carmel, who was born in the Philippines and raised in Singapore. She's a singer-songwriter that has an innate ability to evoke gut-wrenching emotions with her songs. Her debut album, To You, To Me, was picked up by Spotify and Apple Music editorial playlists across Asia. And with a second album in the works, she is slated to be one of Singapore's most compelling solo acts in both 2022 and 2023. But next up, we also have Kotoji, who is also on the EP. She is an independent singer-songwriter from Singapore, and her introspective and honest lyrics are accompanied by her bright indie rock, power pop sound as her way of expressing the youthfulness of even the heaviest of adult experiences. Super, super relate. But she is a multi-instrumentalist who composes, writes, and co-produces all of her works. She released her first full-length album, Scribbles of the First, in November of 2021 last year, with singles being picked up by Spotify editorial playlists and news coverage by the likes of NME Asia and The Straits Times. Kotoji has also penned lyrics and sessioned for other artists such as Jean and Lumi, and even small soundtrack compositions for mini projects. She also streams on Twitch as a VTuber under the same name. Next up, we have Lumi, who is a bilingual pop soul singer from the Philippines, and she embodies the essence of a light that shines on the darker side of life, illuminating the hidden yet authentic experiences of what it means to be human through her tranquil and celestial voice. She debuted with her song Sana, followed by an English version of the single, which is called Gotta Let You Go. Both songs were produced by AOR Global, and Lumi is also a full-time streamer on the social entertainment live streaming app Kumu with more than 10,000 followers and has clinched a number of influencer brand deals during her first year. And last but not least, we have Kiri, who is an independent singer from Singapore, a mental health advocate. She fights against the stigmatizing mental illness and trauma with the aim to inspire her audience by putting out music that is soothing, full of synth waves and chill beats, accompanied by meaningful lyrics to pull on our heartstrings. She hopes that her songs, lyrics, and messages relate to her audience, bringing about a sense of hope and comfort the way that writing music and singing played a major role in comforting her and keeping her productive through her own traumatic experiences. In 2022, Kiri released her debut single, I Am Here, under AOR Global's Reach program with lyrics written by her. The song co-composed with her Academy of Rock vocal coach, Mang, and produced by AOR Studios, Asma T, and AOR Global. So we have quite the roster of artists for the My Safe Place EP, and they're all here with me today. So without further ado, I'm giving you all the artists who made this very special EP possible. Let us now all welcome Trisha Denise, Marian Carmel, Kotoji, Lumi, and Kiri. Woo! Hello, guys. Are you there?
Hi, we're here. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't see you just yet.
Soon.
Oh,
Soon.
soon. I love the suspense. We love the suspense, but yes, we are just waiting for the girls to, show themselves. Yeah, there we go. Hi, girls. Welcome, welcome. And of course, they're also joined by, we have Rox Santos. Hello, Sir Rox. And Jonathan Manalo. Hello, Sir Jonathan. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. How is everybody feeling on a Monday morning?
Pretty good, I would say. Yeah, we're really excited to be here, if anything.
Yeah, we just did Mr. Jonathan Manalo's concert.
Mr. Music.
Yeah, so that was really crazy. That was our first performance here, and it was so huge. Like the scale was way beyond anything that we've ever done before. So we feel really, really grateful to be here.
As very, very exciting, of course, we had Mr. Music. We do have Sir John himself who's here. Oh, what was that experience like, Sir John? Grabe. Celebrating your, impact in the music industry over the years.
Yes, yes. And I'm actually very proud of all these girls, these My Safe Place artists, because they really delivered so well and they were outstanding during the concert. So I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And it's their first live performance of the title theme of the album, which is My Safe Place. And we're very excited to talk about more about the project this afternoon. Thank you.
Yes, we're so excited that you're all here, of course. Congrats on all of the many milestones while you're all together, of course, with the EP as well. But Sir Rox, how are you feeling today? Happy Monday to you.
Hello, hi, hello, hi. Thank you for the support, and yeah, I'm very excited for this collaboration. So thank you everyone for your support.
Yes, we're so excited. And we obviously love the EP, which also advocates a very special message. I think we can all agree that it's a very important, message for everybody, especially those who are struggling with, keeping the balance in their mental health as well, which is why we would love to get to know more about each of the songs and the EP as well. So I'll be calling you guys on. Well, graded recitation. No, it's not graded recitation. We're going to call you guys on to talk about, of course, your individual tracks off of the EP. But let's start off with Trisha Denise. Cracks is the track that you have on My Safe Place, and it was the first song which was released last October 2. So can you tell us more about the track Cracks and what was your experience like, with the song?
Well, siguro backtrack. Can I speak in Filipino?
Yes.
Backtrack po, when I first heard that I was going to be a part of this project, my theme for the album, yung napunta po sa akin na song, is about the cruelty of this world. So, coming from that perspective, sobrang deep kasi it's hard. It's hard to talk about this world, kasi may mga tao na makikilala tayo, and minsan we think we're their friends, but at the end of the day, there's no one to call. So I included that in the lyrics and all. But the song talks about kahit na may cracks tayo, we go through a lot of things. Just enjoy the journey, because sometimes we think that when we're flawed, we're unworthy and undeserving, but it's actually the opposite. It's a sign of strength because you did not fall apart. You're still here. Congratulations for surviving life. Just enjoy the journey and embrace your cracks. So that's the story of the song. And also, I also had the idea of the title Cracks from this vase. No. It's a Japanese art called kintsugi, where they take broken pottery pieces together using gold. And somehow, parang nagsisimbolize po yung gold na nag-stick together ng mga broken pieces as our struggles and problems. And it makes a beautiful piece, a more unique piece. It's actually more expensive if you buy the broken vase, yeah. So that's where the idea came from. I wrote it with Tito Jonathan Manalo and my dad, my papa, Dennis Campañer. So I had fun working on the song and learned a lot while I was working through it. Cried a lot while I was working with the song.
Syempre, like, oh my goodness, like that experience about trying to embrace your own cracks in our own life. Of course, that's also very hard to come to terms with. Syempre, you have to look at yourself, evaluate din yung mga not usual na parang pinag-iisipan natin about ourselves. And that's very relatable. I feel like a lot of us feel that we have a lot of cracks, no, in ourselves, also our lives. But I like that you use that whole Japanese it's like a process, or like the whole Japanese
art
thing as well.
Yeah,
I think
Japanese art.
Yeah, that's very interesting though. Parang it's more, like you said, it's also actually more expensive with the actual cracks and stuff, which we don't think about, no? That we are made up of many cracks, and that makes us beautiful in our own way as well. And Trisha, you mentioned that you learned a lot, while you were creating yung kantang to. So could you tell us
Yes.
about, like, what are some of the things that you learned maybe about yourself or life when you were creating cracks?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts in the song, yung part po na sinabi ko kanina about having people around you but there's no one to call when you really need someone. I also like the point where I talked about the perfection of social media. Yung tingin natin lahat perfect sa social media. So sometimes we get insecure na parang, ay, ba't sila nandun na? Ako nandito pa rin. I'm so imperfect. But reality is, lahat naman po tayo pare-pareho lang. We're all human beings trying to survive this world. So just embrace the journey. Have fun in life, and not everything has to be perfect. Actually, perfect is boring.
Yeah.
You gotta have flaws. So I like,
true.
I like that part in the song, the second verse.
That's so true. O, diba? Monday na Monday, we're talking about these reflections to carry on throughout the week, which is so true, diba? Like, perfect is boring, you know? What makes life interesting is what makes us different from each other. So thank you so much, Trisha
Thank
Denise, of
you.
course,
Thank
for
you so
sharing
much.
your process with Cracks. But let's get to Lumi, because the next song that was actually released off of My Safe Place was Surrender by Lumi. So could you tell us more, Lumi, about your track,
Hi, VJ Sam.
Surrender, and what your process was like when you were creating the song?
Yes, Surrender is actually written and composed by Sir Rock Santos and co-written by Trisha Denise. And when I heard the song for the first time, I remember parang naiiyak ako kasi sobrang nakarelate ako dun sa song. Because sometimes we feel na parang burden po tayo sa ibang tao. We don't want to share our problems. Parang sometimes we feel na mag-isa lang tayo sa mundo na to. But hindi ganun yun. We are all loved by our family, friends, diba? Maraming nandyan for us. But hindi mo may iwasan yung feeling na parang mag-isa ka lang dito. So for me, yung surrender kasi it's not, parang hindi siya weakness, yung pag-surrender mo. Actually, brave ka nga if mag-surrender ka and i-let go mo lang. Minsan kasi pag masyado mo siyang iniisip, lalo siyang bumibigat. So, for me, i-surrender mo lang siya, i-let go mo. Talk to your friends, talk to your family. Importante yun. Hindi dapat natin tinatago sa sarili lang kasi dumodoble lang yung feeling. So, sobrang nakarelate ako doon. Sobrang amazing ni Sir Rox and ni Trisha. So, ayun, yes.
Ooh, and yeah,
I actually
totally
love
agree
her
with what you
voice.
said, no? Oh, sorry,
I
Trisha, go
love her
ahead.
voice. Credits to her because she sang it so well.
Siyempre, with the guidance po of Sir Rox, hindi ko din siya magagawa ng maayos.
Yeah, and I feel like it really portrayed yung meaning ng kanta and the feeling of the song then. And it's very important that you noted that surrendering is not a sign of weakness but rather a strength. That's true. You know, being able to let go and just let it be, I think is definitely hard. Madami makaka-relate dyan, but it really is a sign of strength and bravery. Ikaw ba, Louie, like have you felt that way in your life na, you know, it can be hard but you really have to surrender sometimes?
Yes. Maraming beses na actually. Kaya sobrang... I remember when we were recording the song, parang Sir Rox asked me, "Are you okay? May pinagdadaanan ka ba?" Pero at that time, parang gusto ko lang talaga i-feel yung song. Gusto ko lang ilabas yung emotions ko. Kasi may times talaga na ganun eh. I think lahat naman tayo may dark times talaga. Pero you just need to surrender and let go. Parang tiwala lang na everything will be better. Kahit ano mangyari, hindi naman tayo bibigyan ng pagsubok na hindi natin kaya. So, ayun po.
I love it. Dami nating quotable quotes for the rest of the week today. Diba? Bongga on a Monday. I love it. But I also do want to ask Sir Roxo, of course, when you were thinking of the song, you had a certain way or certain sound na gusto mong parang gawin with the track. So how did it, you know, when you were recording with Lumi, of course, how did that play out? And kamusta naman po yung process for Surrender?
Yeah, good afternoon. No? Actually, nag-recording kami ni Lumi, actually kinausap ko muna siya. Kinausap ko siya, sabi ko, tong song kasi is very emotional, so I need talaga the emotion. So kailangan malabas natin yung emotion dito sa song na to. So nag-brief ako sa kanya na kailangan may parts na kailangan na parang medyo mabigat, tapos may feelings dapat. So ayun, kasi when you listen to that song, ang magic talaga ng song is yung puso, kung paano siya kinanta galing sa puso.
Yes, and we can hear it's coming from the heart talaga, Lumi. So we did such an amazing job on Surrender as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For
Thank
giving
you,
us
Sir
a little
Rox
bit of
and
insight.
Trisha.
Yes, of course. Of course, you know, the whole team behind this, of course, is just amazing, and being able to come to show all of the emotions that go into all of these tracks. So, but let's get to Kiri, who was the next release for Get Well Soon. So, could you tell us more, Kiri, about the track and what was it like, doing the track?
So Get Well Soon was actually written by Sir Rox and also Trisha Denise. And, when I received the song back, I think it was mid last year, right? I was going through a very tough time personally. And so when I received it, it felt like a letter written to me. And at that time, I was so excited to sing this song because it's all the things I needed to hear for myself. And maybe a little bit more about what the lyrics are and what the song actually means is that it's kind of a reminder to yourself, because I think life sometimes can get so hard for us and, we kind of beat ourselves up about it. But Get Well Soon is kind of like a personal reminder to yourself, like, hey, I will get well soon, things will get better and I will be happy. And all I need to do is to persevere and do my best. Yeah. So when I received the song, and by the time that we recorded it, I was feeling so much better, and I could pour all of that lovely energy and heart, all that care and love for myself, for the people who will hear this, as a letter to themselves as well, that we all will get well soon, and we just need to, take care of ourselves and have faith and have hope.
Oh, I love that. I love that, at that time you were struggling with your own personal things, obviously, but the universe works in mysterious ways, and it presented to you this song, and it was something that helped you through what you were going through at that time too. But I'm also really curious, obviously, going through your own personal matters and also having to work on the track, which is also very personal. How do you kind of navigate through all of those feelings and translate it into the song?
I think, so I'm a singer-songwriter from Singapore. So we write our own songs as well, and we kind of pour our emotions into it. This was written so beautifully by Trisha and Rox that all I really needed to do was to pour how it felt like to me if it was coming from me, So it's very gentle, it's light, it's high and beautiful, and especially when you say all those positive words, that they come from a positive place, so that it makes me feel beautiful, it makes me feel, appreciated and loved. And I just hope that, the audience can also hear through that. Yeah, so that's kind of how I translated it into the music.
I love that, having positive feelings, and it'll be real for you if you really believe them. And when we do listen to the songs on the EP, if we really believe you guys, I feel like it'll really help us through whatever we're going through right now. I mean, we all have our own personal things, so always keep that in mind, we're not alone in this. There are people who also experience the same things as us. But thank you so much, of course, to Kiri for sharing more of your experience with the track. But let's get to Kotoji, who did Survive as well. So Kotoji, hello. Can you tell us more about Survive and your experience with the track?
Hi, yes. So Survive in particular is really a song that's meant to be a companion through a difficult night. I think something that, we don't always talk about when it comes to mental health is that a lot of things that people experience, whether that's with bipolarism, depression, anxiety, manic episodes do happen, and it's not something that you can avoid. It's stuff that, occurs frequently, or at least on a consistent basis. And I think this song is meant to be that form of encouragement to whoever is going through these moments that, as difficult as it is, you've been here before, and you're going to be able to get through it no matter what. So that's what Survive is really about.
Yeah, and that's so true. There's certain things that, especially when we're dealing with our own mental health, we can't avoid. Like, our mind just kind of has a mind of its own too. So it really does certain things at given times that we're not expecting. But I totally agree. It's not it happens to everybody. Like it doesn't choose certain people in the world. It happens to everybody. Everybody struggles with it as well, which I think Survive has such a powerful and moving message too. But for you, Kotoji, personally, what does this song mean to you, and like how does it relate to your own personal experience?
Think when I was writing Survive and when, Sir Jonathan and I were really kind of conceiving the project, and I think it kind of also somewhat started with Survive in a way. I remember thinking very much about my friends. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. All my friends struggle from some form of, mental illness or difficulty with their mental health. And I have been there with them literally at the doorstep of whether they're still around or not. I've personally been through, moments where my friends attempt certain things. And I just remember when I was writing the song, I just thought about how it's so hard sometimes, especially during the pandemic. I think a lot of people can relate when you're going through a difficult time, you're not able to physically be there with the person. And now I have a lot of online friends as well from other parts of the world. I just wanted to write something that they can go to in these times to listen to me and hear my voice tell them that they don't have to go through it alone, that they will survive. It's kind of like a little voice note that you can replay during times that are tough. So that's kind of how it really related to me.
Yeah, like a constant reminder that although things are going not as good as we imagine, we will get through them, which I think it should be a constant effort. But at least we do have a track like Survive that will always keep us, like help us remember these things as well. But thank you so much, Kotoji, for
Thank
sharing your
you.
experience with Survive. And last but not least, we also have the track coming from Marian Carmel, which is Wish That I Could Tell Me. Hello.
everyone.
Hello. So could you tell us more about your experience with Wish That I Could Tell Me, your track off of the EP?
Everyone, so my name is Marian Carmel. My song is Wish That I Could Tell Me. If I'm not wrong, I think I was the last addition to the project. And it was one fateful night that I just wasn't doing anything. And I didn't have anything planned. And my manager said that, hey, Sir Jonathan and Sir Rox and also Angie I found out about this project and I was really touched kasi sorry, mag-taglish na lang ako.
Go girl.
Kasi, meron pa akong like personal experiences with mental health. And when I found out more about it, I knew that it was a project that I wanted to be a part of kasi I had such a strong connection with it. And back then, when I was like 19 years old, my first single was about believing that I wasn't gonna get better. Kasi nung 19 po ako, I was diagnosed with panic disorder and going for therapy. I was taking medication every day. Pero I just felt like I wasn't getting any better. And it was really, really tough to go through that. Sorry, medyo naiyak pa ako. Tapos, so, okay lang, baka mamaya mas maiyak pa ako. I wrote this song after finding out that this project was about mental health as a letter to myself from when I was 19. Kasi some things that I needed to learn, some things that I needed to hear, and
Oh no!
yun, in essence, these were the things that I wish I could tell myself back then. So that night, same night, after dinner, uwi ako. Tapos, sulat ako ng kanta, yung first verse, tapos yung chorus ko. Tapos, produce ko yung demo, nirecord ko yung vocals, kahit na inantok. Tapos, sinend ko po kay Sir Jonathan. Tapos, natuwa po talaga sila, sabi na, this is great. Kasi meron ka talagang story na, sarili mo. So, that week, bago sila umalis po, nirecord po namin yung demo. Tapos, we worked on the second verse together. Tapos, yun, Lana, gawa na.
Wow!
So, yeah, it really means a lot to me kasi para siyang answer dun sa first single ko. And it's full circle for me kasi, yun nga, parang, throughout all those years, malalaman mo talaga yung the things that you've learned, At saka, something that people don't talk about, especially when it comes to mental well-being, is you learn how to cope with it. Pero some days talaga, kahit na 6 years later pa,
Yeah.
it still like creeps up on you.
Mm-mm.
Natuto ka na lang, maging better. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yun po.
Oh my gosh, I love the whole full circle moment for you. Syempre, it's not easy, no? Like you said, even though you learn to live with, trying to balance your mental well-being, sometimes it's just really difficult on more difficult on other days. But we're so proud, Marian Carmel, of course, that you're able to share this with us. But I do want to hear from Sir John, no? What was it like? Kasi after nung dinner, boom, very efficient to see Marian Carmel, like being able to deliver a demo after just talking to you guys. So ano po yung naging reaction ninyo when you heard what she came up with?
So impressed. Yeah, we were talking, Angie and I were talking when Angie first let me listen to the rough demo that Marian sent, and I told Angie, wow, this is gonna complement the album. This is the song that we're looking for to complete the album, because we've been looking for that final song to complete the My Safe Place, because this is the last song that came in the project, and it's a perfect fit for all of the songs in the album, and it's like a perfect how do you call that?
Circle.
It's a perfect circle. Yeah, it's a perfect circle. It's a good resolution. It's like going back to yourself when you. It's going back to yourself when you feel like helpless and don't know how to deal with it, and being in this being in the present situation wherein you already know how to deal with it, and somehow admitting to your weakness as a human being, that it's still the same. You're gonna get through the same pain, maybe, but at least you will know how to handle it this time, because it happened already in the past. But still, yeah. But still, for the people who are suffering some mental health problem, we all know very well that you just can't say for it to stop. You just can't tell it to stop, because it will happen all over again. Maybe the same level of pain, maybe the same level of darkness. But one thing's for sure, you will get through it because you've been through it. So, yeah. So that's the that's what the song is actually
very emotional
telling
project.
Yes. For the
your old
Yakima
self.
person
Wish that
today,
I could
guys.
tell my
Grabe.
old self, because the old self is helpless and like don't know what to do. But the good thing is that the next time it happens, at least you know what to do.
Oh, diba? Wow, on a Monday morning, you guys. I love it. We have all of these insights, of course, for a very, very real experience. Like we keep saying, this happens to everybody. It doesn't choose anybody. We all deal with our mental health in our own ways. But the bottom line is we all deal with it. Obviously, it's something that you have to go at every day. But thankfully, we do have an EP like My Safe Place that reminds us that all of these experiences, we're not alone. Other people also deal with it. And it's a good reminder for all of us that we will get through the tough times. And there's also a group song on the EP, which is My Safe Place. So what was it like working on the track all together as a group, of course, from very talented artists like yourselves?
Shout out to Jeremy G.
Shout out Jeremy. Shout out Jeremy.
Jeremy G. Shout out to Jeremy.
Hello, Jeremy. Jeremy is part of the writing team that wrote My Safe Place together with Angie, of course, and Rox. And we sat down one evening. I think that's quite late already.
Yeah.
9 p.m., 9:30ish.
I remember it was like 9 something. And Sir Jonathan and Sir Rox actually gave us kind of like the rough brief.
Yes.
And then from there, actually, I'm very, very grateful to both Sir Jonathan and Sir Rox, because As a singer-songwriter, I'm very used to writing on my own, and writing together with other people in a room was a very eye-opening experience, and I'm always very grateful for that. It was such a great experience seeing how we all wanted to really kind of conclude the project, because I think when we were talking about it, we didn't want it to be kind of like too mellow or too sad. You know,
Yes.
we wanted to have that like epilogue feeling,
Yes,
like at
yes,
the end of like a film.
And something that will uplift you.
Yes.
Something that's gonna, lift up your spirits when you listen to it and just feel good about the song. And then, while we are collaborating, I told Angie, Rox, and Jeremy, be vulnerable and I told them, let's make this place, the studio, a safe place for us.
Yes.
You know, di ba kapag we are in our most vulnerable moments, we tend to go to that safe place. Especially if we want to share a problem or we're undergoing something, depression, anxiety, we run to that safe place. It can be an actual place or a person or anything that you will feel safe and you can release everything that you want to release. So I told them, the song should talk about that. Going to that safe place, when you need that, there must be some place, someone, somewhere that you can feel safe and just release everything. And after that, you'll get the peace, the inner peace that you need. So that's how that's how we intended the song to be. So that idea, we finished around 1 a.m. Is it?
Yeah, it was
From 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's a very inspired collaboration. We finished the song, and we're very proud of it. And it's now what you're hearing right now. So that's the story of that collaboration.
Yes, and you should be very proud of it. I love na in the process of creating a song called My Safe Place, gumawa din kayo ng safe place of your own, in that own environment. Honestly, you have to have a safe place to be vulnerable, like what Sir John said, diba? And I love na, it's really true. Our safe place can be people, can be a group of people, can be music, can be shows, can be an album even. So hopefully My Safe Place, the EP, can also serve as a safe place for everybody who is looking for, comfort or just a way to kind of, relax themselves from what they're dealing with in their own personal life.
Perfect. Yeah, that's actually our goal for the album, for people undergoing mental health struggles, for them to just go to Spotify and play the song and play the songs in the album. And we hope that the album and the songs in it will become a safe place for the listeners out there who wants to be inspired, to feel secured, and have their sense of inner peace while they listen to this album.
Yes, definitely. I think I can imagine it, while you're listening to the album, you can write in your journal, you can write all of your feelings, let it out. I think that would be the perfect safe place for me personally, the listening experience of my safe place. But that's the beauty of it. Everybody has their own ways of dealing with what they're going through. And My Safe Place can definitely serve as something that will help you find inner peace as well. So we want to thank you, all of the artists behind the My Safe Place EP. Congratulations, of course, on this release. But we'd also like to acknowledge some of the people behind the EP and who made this whole process and production possible. So from the StarPop team, we do have ABS-CBN music head Sir Roxy Liquigan, creative director, of course, Jonathan Manalo, StarPop label head Rox Santos. We also have the head of music synergy and partnerships, Naomi Enriquez, music marketing specialist Brica Bigting. We also have publicity and promotion lead Ja Pantilanan. We also have social media specialist Simone Dimalibot, digital head William Garcia, digital content producer Sierra Dizon, and Ice Almazan. And we also want to thank those from Manila and Global Academy of Rock shareholders and partners. We do have CEO of Equinox Manila and Global Academy of Rock shareholder Benedict Mariatege. We also have the operations manager Kathy Velasco, the event and facility manager, Pia Fernando, CEO, Equinox Manila and Global Academy of Rock shareholders, sound engineer, Gabriel Tagantad, Global Academy of Rock project managers, Singapore team. We have Teming Yen and Tiffany Periera. We also have the music video director, Calvin Singh, creative director Josiah Chua and team, official photographer Studios Daydream, the lyric video director Nicole Fun, and from the ABS-CBN media engineering team, we have the head video workflow Sir Daryl Reyes, live stream producer and specialist Ronald Jimeno. We also have from ABS-CBN Corporate Communications Division, head of integrated corporate communication division Sir Kane Choa, PR director Miss Cheryl Baltazar, media relations manager Justin Irons, and we have PR associate Raul Regalado. So thank you as well to everybody who made all of this possible, the EP and all of the event that we're having here today, and of course the artists as well. Thank you so much for making all of this possible and creating a safe space for all of us as well through your talents and the music. And before we get to our Q&A session with our media friends who are joining us here today, our artists have actually prepared an exclusive acoustic performance here for this Mediacon alone of the group song My Safe Place. So I am so excited to see this performance video, and I'm sure our viewers who are here today, also our media friends in our virtual room, cannot wait to see this exclusive performance. So are you guys ready? Yes, I can feel your energy. You guys, even though it's a virtual, I can feel your energy. So without further ado, let's all watch this.
Help, I can't breathe. I'm trapped inside of my head. I don't know where to begin. Reaching for that light to guide me to that place. I'm longing for the warmth embrace. Tell me what you want from me. What is it you need? 'Cause I couldn't hear. I don't get it. No, I'm done with this. I made my peace. I got what I need now. Finally see it. I'm not going away from here, 'cause I'll be safe here. Oh, I'll be safe here. Close your eyes and dry your tears. No need to run away. I found a world where you and I'll be safe here in my safe home. Marian is gone. I'll never have to be alone. Oh, not lost, 'cause you're here with me by my side. Drop all the baggage, remember I said we'll be You protect me from all of my safe place. Here in my safe place. Here in my safe place. You protect me from all the battles brewing. You protect me from all of the safe place. Here in my safe place. Safe here. Safe here. We'll be safe here. Oh, we'll be safe here. Hold your eyes and dry your tears. There's no need to run away. I found a world where you and I'll be safe. Here, here in my safe place. 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 Here in my safe place.
Woo! What a beautiful acoustic performance of My Safe Place. I feel very safe, you guys. So with how beautiful all of your voices were, so good. So what a beautiful song, you guys. I'm so good. Ready to take on the rest of the week and the rest of the day as well after that acoustic performance. But I'm sure our friends from the press would also love to ask you girls and of course Sir John and Sir Rock some questions as well on the EP and also the track. So I'm going to be calling our press friends to, of course, ask their questions to you personally. And yeah, we should get started. We have quite a few for today. So let's start off with Sandan and Nadia from Banat News. Hello. Are you there, Sandan? Hello. You can unmute. Don't worry. Don't be shy. Hello. Can you hear me? I can see you, Sandan, pero I'm not sure if you are there right now.
Yes, hello.
Ayan. Hello.
Yeah, maraming salamat sa connection ko. Yes, good noon pala, no? Magandang tanghali sa inyo, no? Sobrang ganda ng boses ninyo. Kahit sino po ang sasagot dito sa question ko. Sino yung mga music influences niyo? Kahit sino, kahit local or international.
Hi, I'm Kiri again. Thank you for having us once again. Yeah, so I guess my vocal inspirations are like Aurora, Joji, Audrey Nuna. It's very westernized, but it's a lot of very ethereal, chill kind of people, a bit of R&B, you know, that kind. So yeah, those are my inspirations.
Hello po, good afternoon. Sa akin po, local of course, pares kami ni Trisha. Si KZ, Miss KZ Tandingan, sobrang idol ko siya, one of my inspirations. And lately, mas nakikinig ako kay Ariana and Janae Aiko. Like, I've been listening to Ariana non-stop.
Oh my God,
So, yes, yun po, sila po.
Hi. For me, I tend to be more like indie rock leaning. I would say my influences definitely stem from like Mitski, early Off Montreal, Charlie Bliss, Car Seat Headrest, The Strokes, Weezer. Japanese as well. I think Japanese music played a huge role in my writing and just my palette in general. So I love Spitz. Nico Touches the Walls. I also like a bit of city pop. Onuki Taeko, people like that. So yeah, those are my general influences. But I also actually really like a couple of OPM artists as well. I think there's this band. I think they're called. Is it Four? Is it Four Spades? Four Spades. I actually listen to Four Spades quite a bit. So yeah, the Philippines has amazing music as well, and I'm trying to explore more, if anything.
Hello po, my name is Marian Carmel po. Local influences ko po si Laris Lansangan. And this is funny kasi hindi ko po alam na you worked with Moira before. So, sinusulat po namin yung Wish That I Could Tell Me, yung reference po, yung track na nilagay ko doon. Actually, yung track na produce po ni, ni Sir Jonathan. So, sabi niya, produce ko to. So natuwa po ako ng sobra. Sino pa po ba? Si August Tua, Jess Connolly. Sa overseas po, si Nikki from Indonesia. I would say Leon Lahavas, Emily King, a lot of like R&B soul songwriters. I also listen to a lot of Bruno Major, Eloise, Lizzie McAlpine, Carol 80s. People who really like write as if parang nagkikwento lang, ganun lang po. So like nagjo-journal lang po sila, tapos it's like taking a page out of their diary and reading it out to the person in front of you. So yun po yung mga inspiration ko.
Hello po, good afternoon. Ako po si Trisha Denise and my musical influences are, to keep it simple, Ed Sheeran. I started to play the guitar because of Ed Sheeran, and also the way I write songs is mainly inspired by Tori Kelly as well. For local acts here in the Philippines, KZ Tandingan and Kyla.
We love it. O, diba? We love the versatility. We love the range. We love the range of artists. Ayan. But Sandon, do you have another question for everybody or?
Yeah, okay na yun. In fairness, ang ganda ng kanta, no? Very relaxing talaga. At sabi na no, ng message dito, di ba, na may significant role talaga no, sa, sa panahon ngayon. So syempre, yung kanta ninyo ay may purpose talaga. And congratulations ng lahat. Good noon.
Thank you so much.
Salamat
Thank you so
po.
much for your question. Let's get to a next question coming from an anonymous sender. Anonymous.
Wow!
Secret Santa.
Secret ka talaga siya. Anonymous yung nakalagay. But the question is, what about this project actually made you very excited to join this project? So anybody can answer.
So I mean, apart from my connection with mental health po, of course, I was really excited kasi this was the first time that I was working on something cross-cultural. So kasi I grew up, I was born in the Philippines, but I grew up in Singapore. So I saw it as kind of like a way for me to get in touch with my roots. But also, kasi because of this project, I was able to perform for my family for the first time, which really meant a lot to me. So yeah, dun po ako na-excite kasi it's not often that I get to speak Tagalog or like even be around like artists who like speak my mother tongue. So I am getting to know a lot about other people, but also a lot about myself and my heritage. And yeah, it really means a lot to me, way more than like words can explain, and also way more than like, it's way bigger than the project lah for me. Yeah.
Oh, it's like bigger than just, the music. It's also what it means to you, which I love to hear too. Yeah. How about the others? Does anybody else want to share what this project means to them?
For me, it's really about spreading awareness. Because when I was younger, I really felt alone and I didn't have anyone. So I feel like we all want to make people feel that they're not alone and you are loved. Ganun po. Para I want to spread awareness kasi I knew the feeling. I know how the feeling na nagsastruggle ka and feeling mo mag-isa ka. So it's really about spreading awareness.
That's true. And I think this EP can definitely remind us of that, that sometimes we do feel alone, but we're really not. And we have an EP that will remind us of that, all of the feelings that we go through. Thank you so much to Anonymous for that question. But next up, we do have questions coming from Charmy Joy Pagulong from the Philippine Star. So actually, we'll be reading this out. Just for everybody, what is your safe place and what does it mean? How important is it to have a safe space for your mental health? So maybe we can start off from Kiri.
A few places that are really safe for me. There's like a place, and then there are people, and then what I do for myself. So, my safest place, if it's a place, it is my room because it is decorated however I want it to be decorated. It is the place I can have messy sometimes or or clean up, and it helps me to, organize myself. It is a physical projection of my mental state in some ways. Yeah. So that's really safe for me. And then I think the most important place that is safe for me is in the arms of my friends and even these friends here, this is my first time in the Philippines, and it's also my first time traveling without my family. So I'm really so happy to have all of them, and also the locals, to show me what they have, and also Sir Jonathan for the amazing opportunity to perform at his concert. Yeah, so this is also very new for me. It can get somewhat scary, but I'm glad that I have them because I can share my emotions, my feelings, my thoughts, and I don't get judged for it. So really, they provide a safe place for me. Yeah, so that's what it means to me. And then finally, sorry, my answer is a bit long, but finally, mentally, my safe place is in my trusty notebook where I write all of my lyrics. But I was in a rush to fly here because we had a concert right before we flew here. So I didn't bring my book, but I write it in my phone. So it has my lyrics, it has my poems, and it has all of my thoughts. So it's very safe for me. I'll pass it on.
Hi. Yes. My safe place is anywhere as long as I'm with my dog, Henry. I love my dog so much. Sobrang, whenever I'm with my dog, parang I'm just always happy. Kasi my dog is a French bulldog. So we all know how a French bulldog looks like. So every time I wake up, parang natatawa na lang ako sa face niya. So parang whenever I cry, he comforts me. As in, hindi siya umaalis sa tabi ko. And of course, yung isa kong safe place is music. Malaking tulong sa akin yung music. Lalo na nung times na feeling ko mag-isa ako, andyan lagi yung music. Up until now, syempre, every day, I always sing. And actually, me and Kotoji, we were bandmates for, I don't know how many years.
We've known each other for more than
10
10
years,
now,
yeah.
so we've been performing for a lot of
Yeah,
years.
so, together, yun talaga yung ginawa namin. Andyan lang yung music for us. So, ayun ang safe place ko. My dog, Henry. And of course, music. So, yun. Thank you.
Hi. For me, my safe place is in songwriting. In my own personal life and in many other ways, I have to play various roles. And when you take on the responsibility of certain roles, you're not really always able to express a lot of yourself. And for me, songwriting is a way for me to process emotions, process situations, and I just pour everything into it. So, my craft is really my safe place. And that's why I kind of really write a lot of very vulnerable things to the point where I'm kind of low-key exposing myself sometimes. But I think that's the beauty of songwriting, is that it really gives you a safe place to really channel everything that you can't in your day-to-day life. And I think, as people in general, and in particular for people dealing with mental health, or just in general mental wellness, I think curating a safe place and a safe space for yourself is important, because as much as, yes, we can rely on other resources, yes, we can rely on friends and family, to some extent, at some point, we have to be self-sufficient as well. And I think that comes in making that safe place, whatever it means to the person. So yeah, that's my answer.
Hello po. My safe place po is anywhere that I can express my boundaries, that I'm respected. Basically anywhere where I can feel comfortable as myself po. It can be my room, the library, or anywhere with like my friends and family. Basta alam ko po na I can be myself and that I can be accepted as myself. Then that would be my safe place po. Yeah.
Hello po, ako po si Trisha. My safe place. Actually, we've been asked this question before, and my answer always is my family because I'm an introvert and wala akong ganong friends. But for the first time, I can say sa Mediacon na to na I have friends. I wanna cry kasi I really, really appreciate them for being there for me. And I have my safe place here. So I don't have that much friends. So I'm happy to have them and be a part of this project. Yeah.
I wanna cry also. I also wanna cry, but it's okay. We can all cry. This is a safe place, diba guys? This is a safe place for everybody. So, thank you so much, Trisha Denise, for being so honest as well. I'm happy that you also found a safe place throughout this project, which, I think obviously has made it a very meaningful project for everybody. But I'm also curious to hear from Sir John, Sir Rox, what are your safe places? Di ko na matakas sa akin.
I was relieved when you're trying to wrap up the question. Yes. I will not answer the question, but okay, I'm included pala.
Of course.
Anyway, my safe place, obviously, I will say music, of course, but I need not to elaborate on that. But music, I just need when I'm looking for a place wherein I can just escape and be alone. I can just escape and be alone and just lie down on the floor around my vinyl collection. the CDs, the vinyls, all the music collection that I have, then I just feel good. Being, communing with really great music around me, listening to it, appreciating the beauty of music, that's my safe place. But of course, a deeper safe place for me would be a prayer. Because prayer connects us to God. So of course, God is the ultimate safe place. So a prayer is the way you connect to God and tell Him of your pain, your anxiety. If you're in a dark place, you just connect through a prayer and the light will come. So, yeah, prayer is like my safe place because it gives me hope and it connects me to God. Thank you.
Last but not least, Sir Rox.
Actually, sinabi na ni John lahat, tsaka sinabi na nila. So, hindi ko na i-elaborate din, no? So, ako siguro, ang safe place ko lang talaga din siguro yung music, yung craft ko din, and syempre yung faith ko kay Lord. Yun lang. Thank you.
Short but sweet. Love it. Love it. But I love that we all have our own personal safe places, right? I mean, that's really what it is, where we find comfort and where we can find, inner peace. I think that's very important for all of us to have. So thank you so much, Charmy Joy Pagulang, for your question. Next, we have a question coming from Kapamilya Online World. So anybody can answer. Besides the EP My Safe Place, which songs can you recommend for someone who's going through something or feeling like they're not in a safe place? So what are some of your favorite songs? Anybody can suggest or anybody can answer.
Firstly, this is like the first thing that pops up into my head. I Know a Place by Muna. So it's about going to a safe place. Like, I know a place we can go, and I forget the rest of the lyrics. But it's a really, really good anthem. And if you are in an unsafe place, the song basically talks about how just hold on, you can get there eventually. Yeah.
I have something as well that immediately came to mind. I'm a huge fan of animated shows and series, and there's this one on literally it goes like, "You're okay, you're alright. I'll never ever leave your side. I will stay and I will fight with you." So like it's literally such a comfort song. I think that entire series actually has so many songs that really touch on really encouraging words, and I think it's great. And songs from that show are great. Yeah, that's what I recommend.
I have a favorite song. Yeah, so this song is actually the song that I play to sleep to when I'm having like a really tough time. And you know, sometimes when we have a tough time into the night, we get sleepless nights. So this song is called Butterflies Repose by Zabawa. It is so angelic. It feels like you're dreaming. It's, you know, like pink flowers, it's like rainbows. It's a beautiful place. It's so gentle at the same time, and it speaks of like words coming from somewhere that's telling you you don't have to speak. I get it, you know, because I'm right here. And then close your eyes, you're gonna be all right. It's so beautiful. If you haven't listened to it, you should.
There you go, you guys. We have a lot of recommendations if you're looking for tracks, of course, to help you. But of course, My Safe Place, the EP, also will serve as a safe place for everybody. So make sure to add those songs to your playlist as well. But we also have another question coming from Kapamilya Online World. Since the EP My Safe Place supports mental health, what can you advise to someone who wants to advocate also for mental health but isn't sure where to start? So anybody can answer as well.
Okay, maybe I'll start. Yeah, so I think as long as you're reaching out to somebody and already helping them with their lives, even if it's as small as like helping your friends or your family, I think that is already advocating because you are supporting someone else. And then from that, slowly on, you could reach out to more people, if not just your friends, to also people you may not know. It could be by the use of social media or, you know, through your school or even something like that. Everyone, as long as they're doing their part to help somebody else through their tough times, I think that is advocating in itself already.
I actually agree with what Kiri said. You know, advocacy is in small steps. It doesn't have to be any grand gesture. Actually, fun fact about our My Safe Place EP as well. It's not just a project for mental health and, you know, just an EP itself. Part of the digital stream revenues will be going to nonprofit organizations both in Singapore and the Philippines. So for the Philippines, we're actually going to be working with Bantay Bata because we felt that was a very relevant organization that can really, you know, can really benefit from what we're doing. And in Singapore, we're working with Comchess to donate to Samaritans of Singapore and Shanyo Counseling Center. So really, even in these small steps, you can already be contributing to something much bigger, and you don't have to announce to the world that you're doing something like this. While you're, you know, listening to the EP in your safe place, you're also contributing to other people's safe places. But again, you know, as what Kiri said, advocacy doesn't have to be loud as long as you're really, you know, doing small actions for what you really believe in. That's more than enough.
Yes, that's totally true. Oh, go ahead, Trisha Denise.
For me, you know, the world is busy. We all have our own struggles. We have a lot of problems and we go to work. But it's good to listen to other people, of course, be their friend, but it starts within you. So be there for yourself first so that you can give to others. So be kind to yourself and you can be kind to other people. That's
Sorry. For me, it's the smallest things talaga. Talk to your friends. Don't wait for them to message you. 'Di ba? You just, siguro every 2 weeks, check up on your friends. Kasi sometimes we don't want to burden other people. That's why we don't open up to them. Pero parang simulan mo na, you talk to them, you just listen to them. It makes a big difference. You don't need to give advice naman eh. As long as makikinig ka lang, that's what's important talaga. Yeah.
For me po, I think what really helps also is to destigmatize yung mental health journeys ng mga tao. Especially, I don't know about you guys, but like when I grew up, a part of the reason why I felt that it was really hard for me to reach out for help was because I was scared of what people were gonna say. Yeah. So I feel like in normal conversations, casual conversations, if you see that someone has an opinion about mental health or like getting help and going to therapy that might not be helpful, then you can also just let them know and educate them about how these things are actually things that work for people who need them. Yeah, so destigmatizing definitely helps po. Because then once you convince this one person and they're educated, then they can also help you spread the same kind of message. And then you'd never know like how much that would help like another person in the future.
Actually, borrowing from that point as well, one thing about destigmatization, I feel like once you start having that conversation, it transcends generations as well. I think, while we as youths, I feel like our generation is starting to open up a lot more when it comes to casually talking about mental health. I feel like through us doing so, we can also try our best to help other generations before us, because we know that we come from cultures where such conversations don't come up with them, but they are also people who need it the most. So I think having these gentle starts from us and then transcending to the generations before can really lead to even more helpful change for people who really need it, essentially. It can start from your uncle, your parents, grandparents even.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel like it should start on, an interpersonal level. You don't have to go like really big right away. Obviously, small steps add up to a bigger step that will definitely, make an impact in the future. So that's great advice coming from the girls as well. But next up, we have a question coming from Roger Serna from Sunstar, Cebu. This one is for Trisha Denise. So what circumstances led to the creation of your song Cracks?
circumstances. Well, I think I talked about this earlier po when I explained the song Cracks. But I think the main thing about what led me to write Cracks, the idea of Cracks, is I'm so hard on myself. like I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to what I do, and parang minsan nga po kahit makipag-usap lang ako sa ibang tao, I overthink yung after, yung parang okay lang ba yung sinabi ko? O ano ba tong But it's okay. You have to embrace that you're you. There's no one like you. You're one of a kind. So just embrace it.
Yes. So that's really true. Always remind yourself of that, you guys. We all have our own personal things, but you have to love yourself, like what Trisha Denise said. You have to start from yourself. But we also have a question coming from Jeffrey Garcia of Jeff Oligar TV. Jeff actually asks to Trisha Denise as well, what kind of music do you want to bring in the international scene so that people across the globe remind you as a great Filipino world-class act?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
No pressure. No
Oh my
pressure.
gosh. I think when I created my debut album, my first EP actually was for mental health, and my debut album was about love songs, and I didn't want it to be just love songs. I still put an inspirational song in there. So I think my main, I don't want to say branding, but like the usual songs that I write are something that people could listen to when they need a friend And I think that's the main point of how I write songs. I wanted to be someone, to be a friend to someone who needs someone. Someone who needs someone. And yung parang, pag pinakinggan mo yun, hindi pala ako nag-iisa. May nakaka-relate pala sa pinagdadaanan ko. Kaya sometimes, even when I don't experience it, I write it. So that it can go to someone na nangangailangan marinig yung gusto nilang marinig. To be there for someone. Yeah. As long as it resonates with other people, I'm good with it. That's the beauty of music. Yes. Yeah.
That's so true. In all of my interviews with Trisha Denise, like in the past, then that's also something I've noticed about you. You know, you love to, create music that speaks to others, that everybody can relate to talaga, which I think is very important too, because, once again, it reminds us that our experiences, we're not alone in any of it. So thank you so much, Trisha Denise, for that as well. Next, we have a question coming from Vinya Vivar from Bulgar and Abante Tonight. And actually, they ask, anybody can answer, how did the idea actually of My Safe Place come about and to make it an international collaboration?
Okay, so I think I'll speak on this one. So when we were conceiving My Safe Place, first of all, AOR Global and StarPop and Star Music, actually the Academy of Rock brands in general, we've had a very long relationship for many years. And I think, especially since we got even closer due to the opening of Global Academy of Rock here in the Philippines, we really were discussing, about how the pandemic has really affected a lot of us. It's not just people in the creative industry, but across the world, and especially in our Southeast Asian region. A lot of people have been very deeply impacted by it. And we wanted to do something that can really uplift people's spirits, but in a way that's a bit more, that there's a bit more of a story flow to it, I would say. Because when it comes to mental wellness and mental health in general and the way that we approach it, sometimes, it's a very personal thing, and sometimes we may not always be comfortable speaking to people immediately about what we're going through. But music in itself is a very powerful tool that one can use to process what they're going through, and we felt like we wanted to be able to help people and tell those sort of stories through music, and that's kind of how this entire thing came about. And again, we didn't want to do it just to do it. We wanted to also make sure that we are giving back to real organizations and real people who can really benefit from this movement, and specifically decided for October because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's just the most appropriate way to go about it. So yeah, perfect timing.
All in its own perfect timing, right? So I love that. Everything about this EP was something that they wanted to share with everybody who's going through all of these things as well. So thank you so much, Kotoji, for answering that question. Next, we have a question coming from Alan Sancon from Stars Photog. This one is actually for Trisha Denise. Sino ang mga iniidolo mo na local singer na gusto mo maka-collaborate? So I feel like we also heard that a while ago, but go ahead, Trisha Denise. Do you have other artists you would love to collaborate with?
I actually had the opportunity to collaborate with KZ Tandingan and Kyla because I've written songs for them, but I would love to sing with them. Although just thinking about it scares me. But I would love to collaborate with them. And also there are a lot of new upcoming artists. Yeah, so also Ate Moira. I've never sung with Ate Moira, so that would be really cool. Sir Jules, look at me.
Makalang. No, but we love it. We'll manifest it in the future, of course. But that we also have from the same person a question for Lumi. Gusto mo rin ba i-try ang acting soon kung may pagkakataon? Wow! Oh, diba?
Parang I wasn't prepared for that question. I'm the type of person parang I want to try a lot of things. I'm not saying no, but syempre I'm game anything. Like, anything na connected sa arts, I'm really down. So, of course, if may opportunity, yes. So, ayan, yes po.
O, diba? Baka next Mediacon, ano na, series ni Lumi.
Movie na daw, movie.
Movie na. Oh, you never know, diba? Life and the universe works in mysterious ways. So, we never know. But thank you so much for answering those questions. Next, we have a question coming from Carissa Alcantara from Manila Bulletin Entertainment. So these are for for the artists from Singapore. What was your experience like working with the Pinoy artists?
Wow, it's really, really different. I feel like the scale is also much larger because Singapore is such a small scene. So once you're, I mean, like in Singapore, I've been working as a professional singer-songwriter for like 6 years. And even on your first year, you kind of already know everyone. But here it's like, the scale is like times 1 million. So the moment that like we went for rehearsal on the first day, and then I was able to kind of like see the people that I was watching growing up, I was floored. Whipped out my phone. I was like, "Hi, ate, pwede pong pa-selfie?" Ganon. Tapos, like, at the same time, sinesend ko po dun sa family chat namin sa Messenger. Sabi ko, "Ma, si Moira, oh, nandito." Tapos, ka-FaceTime ko po yung roommate ko dati nung nagsa-soundcheck. Sabi ko, grabe, ang galing ni Morissette. Tapos parang hindi talaga ako makapaniwala. Ang galing talaga nila. So it's so different from like Singapore because we don't have that kind of thing in the industry. The infrastructure here is so much more advanced. Yun po. Yeah.
I think I can really resonate with Marian on that. That's kind of the beauty as well of the culture here in the Philippines. I think for me, growing up, I've been kind of coming back and forth to the Philippines and Singapore. So, but being given the chance to work on music is a very different thing, and I'm very, very honored, always very honored to be working with Sir Jonathan and Sir Rox. Actually, fun fact, I also been working with Lumi as well. Like for Gotta Let You Go, I wrote her English lyrics. And again, thank you, Sir Rox, for giving me the opportunity. I feel like working with them, it's been so, the synergy is just so beautiful. I think that's just something that, maybe I haven't had the chance to do back home. But here, working with them, everyone is so open and willing to work together, to kind of collaborate in a way. It feels kind of like family, almost. Yes. Not even almost, it is. Because the thing is, everyone's approach is really friendly and gentle and open. I think one thing that I really appreciate is that, they really have given me the space to learn and try new things. And this is something that I'll always be grateful for, and I'm glad that it's here and with them. So, yeah.
I think for me, I really resonate with Marianne. The scale here is so very different. But I think what I really love about getting the opportunity to perform here, other than it was on a very big stage, the biggest I've ever been on or seen even, in person, is that I really love the support that the locals have for their artists, and also, the amazing singers that we saw. We even got the chance to perform with. I was like, oh my God, that's going before us, and then that's coming after us. No pressure, but we really, I'm so proud of us all. We did our very best, and we hope that the locals and the Filipinos really love our performance, and also the works that Jonathan has put out and Rox has written, Yeah. So I love the culture, I love the people, and I love the food.
Yeah.
Yes. You're always welcome here. Obviously, we're adopting you now. You're like
Yay! Family.
we're like family here, and we're like some of the most passionate people when it comes to music. Like if you go to a concert, the crowd sing every word of every song.
I just want to elaborate. So when we came out backstage from the concert, it was through a bar, and of course the bar had like a live singing, but we passed like a chef, and the chef was singing along. I was like, the chef can sing too.
Yeah, and he was really good.
Yeah.
Like everyone can sing.
Yeah, and then we entered the mall, Trinorma, was it?
Oh, Trinorma. Oh.
Trinorma, and they have like what was the shop called? The one that had all the dresses?
Oh, landmark.
Landmark. So we walked through Landmark, and like 1/4 of that entire floor was dedicated to like performance dresses, and that really just kind of opened my eyes to how much the locals really support their artists and their acts, and it's just so
And the scene
beautiful.
in general.
Yeah, the art scene in general here. So
Yeah.
I'm just thank you
And-
so much.
And I think like right before the performance, we also had a huddle. We had like a prayer, and I felt like that was really really nice. Like we don't get to do that a lot overseas. Yeah, and everyone's just happy to be here. Like that, the vibe is like, yeah, we're just chilling,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's easy for people to think that, Singapore just on the surface is a very like advanced country, clean and green and technology and all that. But really, I think something that the Philippines has that I think Singapore we have a lot to learn from is how developed your culture and your music and creative scene is. I think you guys should give yourselves so much credit for that. There's so much heart and spirit and passion that goes into it that I think as Singapore we have so much that we can be inspired by and learn from to adapt to our own scene as well. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's why you should never believe a Filipino when they say they can't sing, because they probably can. Or to some degree, I'm pretty sure. And we love music, but we obviously will welcome you anytime you want to come back. If you want to sing karaoke with us, we will have you. Also, invite you to our family events too, where we can all sing and gather too. That would be awesome. But we have a last question actually coming from Jella of KPEX. I think this is the perfect question to kind of round up everything that we were talking about today, and anybody can answer this question as well. So for you, how does music affect one's mental well-being?
I think everyone should answer.
Okay.
Let's go.
We will all answer. We'll go this way. Yeah. Okay. It's tough being first to answer this, but personally for me, music has always been my life. I've been my parents, they listen to music every day. Like if there's no silent time in our house if there's nobody at home, then there's silence. But when there's people at home, music is always playing. We've got speakers left, right, center. So I've even seen videos of when I was 1 and 2, just when you dancing, jumping, when I can barely walk to music. And even till this day, I have to have my music with me all the time. So music, it really can improve your mood. It really can help you start your day, end your day on a good note, and even save you through tough times. I know it saved me many, many times over, and it just means a lot to me that I hope I can put out music as well as those music that has saved me, and hopefully have it. It would be nice to be able to save someone else out there as long as they are able to, feel what they need to feel through music. I think music has that power, and that's what we're all here, about and for.
Hi. Yes, for me, yes, lumaki po ako talaga with music. Lalo yung, I remember when I was a kid, di ba, uso yung mga karaoke, di ba, reunion, ganyan. Tapos, pipilitin
100 pesos, kanta ka naman.
Ibigyan kita 50 pesos, kanta. Yeah. Doon ako nag-start, but then when I grew up, sobrang mahal ko talaga yung music na doon ko din kinukuha yung energy ko. Like, pag gising ko, if gusto ko maging energized, I will play any Ariana Grande song. Tapos, sometimes then I have moods na parang I'm sad talaga. But then I also play sad songs to let it all out. I will just cry it all. Parang, sige, I'll listen to sad music. Tapos after I cry it all out, makikinig naman ako ng happy song. So it really affects my mood talaga. Depende. Like, I remember whenever Kotoji sends me her demos, I will just cry all the time. Like, ganun ako. Like, kahit happy naman ako, but if I listen to sad songs, parang I can really feel yung sinasabi ng artist, yung message nung song, lagi ko siyang iniintindi. So, for me talaga, grabe yung effect ng music for, I think, everyone here. So, yes.
Hi. I think music as you know, what Kiri and Lumi have mentioned, it really is so powerful. You know, I think music can help voice out or verbalize, I would say. Music can help verbalize certain things that we're going through. Because sometimes, you guys ever get the feeling when you listen to a song and the lyrics just hit the spot? They just literally talk about every single thing that you're going through, and you cannot believe someone else out there in the world can really put together your experience in this like 3 minutes. For example, if a song is 3 minutes long. And I think that is such a way to not just help other people, it's a way to communicate with others as well. I think, you know, in this day and age, it's very common for me to share songs with my friends if it makes me think of them, or I think it's something that can help them with their mood or something that they can resonate with. It's such a powerful tool, not just for our well-beings, but also for us to communicate with other people for their well-being. You know, sometimes when it's hard to talk to someone, you can just send them a link to a song and be like, hey, I don't really have the words right now, but this is what I want to tell you. And that in itself can really mend so many things. And yeah, that's why I think that music can play such a role, such a powerful role in mental wellness.
I agree. Like there are songs out there that other people have written, and then I'm like, wow, this is exactly what I needed to hear. This is exactly what I'm going through, and I don't know how this stranger from the other side of the world has put my experiences into this. And it also makes you feel less alone, because then you know you're not the only person feeling this, that it's a shared experience that exists somewhere else. And I think as a songwriter, that's kind of one of the beautiful things that you can do with your art, because something that you have written into your music can also help other people feel less alone, because then they know that, you know, what they're feeling is also something else.
It validates the
Correct,
experience
yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, music, I've grown up with it. Same thing, karaoke. The first song that my mom wanted me to sing was like Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston.
Challenging
Yeah,
start.
but I don't know why I grew up with such a tiny little voice. But yeah, so every time I feel something, I just pen down my thoughts. And then when I released it, I felt really encouraged, because I received messages from other people saying that, you know, I'm going through a breakup right now and your song really is helping me. Or like, you know, you saved me. These are some songs that really pulled me through a dark time, and that helps me to keep going also as an artist. Yeah. And it's always something for me, like I don't need to be like super famous or like be super rich. I mean, it would be nice to be sustainable at the very least, but as long like the purpose of my art is to like impact people. As long as I've impacted that one person, I'm happy lah. Yeah. So yeah.
I think they've said everything. But I think going back po sa question na how does it affect your mental well-being? Bata pa lang po ako, ito po ang salarin. Sobrang lumaki po ako sa Mariah Carey songs. As in, gagayahin ko yung costume ni Mariah sa music videos. I can make it through the rain. Tapos sasala ko sa lahat ng contest. But when I grew up, I kind of shifted in a different interest. Nawala sa akin yung music. Gusto ko maging chef, gusto ko maging interior designer, fashion designer. Ang dami kong gusto. So in a way, parang medyo nalayo ako sa music. Pero at the time na na-depress po ako and ganyan, na-encounter ko po yung bullying sa school and met new people, bumalik po ako talaga sa music. And I discovered a new love for it. Nag-aral ako mag-gitara, and that's where I discovered Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, Tori Kelly, Justin Bieber. Very 2010s. And yun po, nag-start na rin ako magsulat ng kanta. And this is where it got me. And now I'm into K-pop. And they witnessed my love for K-pop. Marian was asking me yesterday, Trisha, pagka tapos mo magsulat ng maraming kanta, what's your holiday? I'm like, I don't have a holiday, I just have K-pop. That's my break, that's my rest. So you can see how much it affects everyone. Music really affects everyone, and it can change you. So the way that we want to write songs is for people to feel that you're not alone. And music is so powerful that it's able to do that. So
Definitely. There you go, you guys. And what a beautiful way to round it up. Of course, Sir John, go ahead. You can definitely ask Mr. Music himself.
I
How
thought it
can
ends
music
here again.
affect the mental well-being of somebody?
Okay. If you remember, kung naabutan ninyo yung Tower Records, sabi ng Tower Records, di ba? The Tower Records tagline, no music, no life. It's very true to me and true to a lot of people, all of us music fans. Yeah, especially me, music is my life. So without music, I have no life. That's just literally how it is. And they give credits to actually beautiful lyrics of songs, which is really lyrics make the songs relatable talaga kasi yun yung meat eh. Pero if you're gonna think about the overall, not just the lyrics, even just the drum beat, that's a certain drum beat will be able to give you this emotional release already. So sometimes it's just the beat, di ba? You listen to the beat and the beat helps you release some emotional feelings already. A beautiful piano melody can make you feel serene and give you inner peace. And then makinig ka lang sa Philharmonic Orchestra, grabe, it will bring you to different places. It can transport you to the place where you want to be, di ba? So that's just how music is very magical and mysterious and like really supernatural. It brings us to places. Pipikit, you just close your eyes and then listen to when you want to release your anger or your frustrations. Just listen to that music that will aid you in doing that, and then you can do that. And if you want to go to Iceland, listen to Bjork.
True, it can take you places talaga.
So music really is very miraculous. So thank you for the music.
Yes, music is life. Rox, do you want to add anything? How is music good for your mental well-being?
Actually, lahat sinabi na nila. So, pero ako personally kasi ako talaga before actually nutrition grad ako. So nag-work na ako sa planta. Alam niyo 'yon, yung work field ko talaga iba, pero hinanap ko yung music. So yun talaga yung hinanap ko. So hindi ako napakali nung hindi ko siya mahanap. So yun, buti na lang nakilala ko si Mr. Music.
Yes.
Yes, no, siya ay nag-train sa akin na maging isang music producer and songwriter. So nung kita ko na yung lugar ko na hinahanap ko sa puso ko, no. So iba talaga yung pakiramdam. So iba. So tama si Sir John na kapag sa music kasi dadaling ka niya sa iba-ibang dimension. Pag nakaramdam ka o narinig mo yung music, so parang pwede lahat possible na mangyari sa'yo. Pwede kang umiyak, pwede kang maging masaya, pwede kang maging malungkot, di ba? At the end of that, no, pwede kang maging hopeful lagi kung ano pa man yan. Ayun.
Yes, and I think that's the perfect way to end and round up all of our questions for today. Music is life. It is a safe place for a lot of people, including all of us here. So to everybody tuning in, of course, don't forget to listen to the My Safe Place EP. And we want to say thank you, of course, to all of our media and press friends for all of their questions. Thank you so much for spending time with us here today. And once again, the EP My Safe Place was released last October 7 and can be streamed everywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, YouTube, and other digital streaming platforms worldwide. It is composed of 6 tracks coming from these very, very amazing and talented artists right here in front of us. We have Cracks by Trisha Denise, Surrender by Lumi, Get Well Soon by Kiri, Survive by Kotoji, Where Should I Could Tell Me by Marian Carmel, and the group song, which is called My Safe Place. You can also watch the official music video and lyric video available on Star Music's YouTube channel. But before we go, I just want to invite the artists. Where can everybody follow you? And you want to invite everybody to listen to the EP as well.
Okay, so our EP is on each of our channels, our Spotify's, as well as you can find My Safe Place EP on Spotify. You can also find me on my Instagram and TikTok as Kiri Got Cut, and then you can also find me on my Spotify.
My Safe Place EP is out now, available on all digital platforms. And I want to say thank you so much, StarPop, for everything. Thank you so much, AOR Global, for everything. Academy of Rock, Philippines, and Singapore. Thank you so much, po, for the opportunity. Thank you. And you can follow me on all my socials. It's lu.me, and on Spotify, it's lu.me. Yes, ayan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just want to say once again, thank you so much to StarPop. Thank you so much to Sir Jonathan, Sir Rocks for this opportunity. Thank you, AOR Global. Thank you to Global Academy of Rock Philippines, and of course to ABBA for the location. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch even, if you would like. Kotoji with 4 I's, so that's KOTOJIIII. You can find the EP on Spotify, Apple Music. These are YouTube, all different streaming platforms. Listen to all our music, and also check out the music video and lyric videos all on Star Music's YouTube channel. Also, if you were to ever talk about the EP or discuss it, you can use the hashtags hashtag MySafePlace Mediacon for this Mediacon, and also hashtag StarPopXAOR Global.
Hello po. Yeah, thank you to AOR Global and also StarPop and ABS-CBN, Sir Jonathan and Sir Rox for supporting this project. I also want to give a shout out to my label back in Singapore, Where Are the Fruits, who supported me in this project as well. Also, if you want to do any coverage for this, please use the hashtag MySafePlaceMediaCon, and also hashtag StarPopXAOR Global. If you want to find any of my stuff po online, you can find me at Marian Carmel Music. That's just my name, Marian Carmel, with music at the back. Anywhere po. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. On Twitter, I am Marian Carmelita po. Yeah. Thank you. Name po ng lola ko. May kumuha na ng Marian Carmel. Di ko po makontak. Yeah. Thank you.
Siguro, first of all, thank you to AOR Global and StarPop, ABS-CBN, Sir Roxy, Sir Jonathan, and Rox, and to the entire team. You know, when we were in Singapore, the collaboration of StarPop and AOR really went well together, and we wouldn't survive without each other. So thank you so much to everyone for all your hard work. To the people here, maraming salamat po. Congratulations to everyone. It's everyone's success. Thank you, VJ Sam, and to all the press for being here. And ayun, wala naman ako masabi. You said everything. Listen to our EP, and my social media account is at I am Trisha Denise on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Oh,
Sorry.
you can also say the hashtags. Hashtag MySafePlace Mediacon. Oh my gosh, my eyesight. Hashtag StarPopXAOR Global. Thank you so much.
Okay, wait. I just want to thank everyone here for having us. Thank you, Philippines. Thank you, ABS-CBN. Thank you, AOR Global. Thank you, ABBA, for having this, allowing us to use your venue, and also everybody in the media team. Finally, thank you, Philippines, and thank you.
Thank
Sir
you,
Jonathan.
Singapore.
Thank you.
Of course, again, shout out for this collaboration. We are very grateful for everyone involved. Of course, ABS-CBN Music, through StarPop, Sir Roxy Likigan, AOR Global, AOR Singapore, AOR Philippines, of course, Angie, and Priscilla Teo, shout out to you.
I was gonna say that too.
We love you, Priscilla, and of course, for all
We
the
love you so
folks
much.
from Singapore who came over, Tiff, Minyeng, thank you so much. We appreciate you. The staff of StarPop, thank you so much. Rox, maybe you can acknowledge each and everyone. But please stream My Safe Place, and I hope it becomes your safe place when you listen to the EP. Thank you.
Yeah. Gusto ko yung pasalamatan, syempre, AOR Global, AOR Philippines, Angie, Priscilla, thank you for all the support. And everyone here, thank you so much. And of course, gusto ko rin pasalamatan yung StarPop team ko. Siyempre, si Bree, andyan si Ja, si Joy, si Shaara, si Chuchay. So everyone, maraming salamat sa suporta nyo. Naomi, Abby, thank you so much. And yun, thank you, and thank you everyone.
Yay, we love it. And thank you, of course, to all of you. Kiri, Lumi, Kotoji, Marian Carmel, Trisha Denise, Sir Jonathan Manan, Sir Rock Santos, for sharing your time, effort, talent, music with all of us and helping create a safe place for all of us through the music. So once again, don't forget to stream My Safe Place, available every
We love you, VJ Sam.
Thank you, VJ Sam.
We love you.
Thank you, guys. Wow, you're really my safe place right now. We love it. But thank you so much for having me as well, you guys. But before we go, we also want to acknowledge a lot of the people behind the album production and everybody who made this possible. So from the StarPop team, of course, we have ABS-CBN music head Sir Roxy Liquigan, creative director Jonathan Manalo, who's here with us, StarPop label head Rock Santos, who's also here with us here today. We have the head of music synergy and partnerships, Naomi Enriquez, a music marketing specialist, Rico Bigting, publicity and promotion lead, Ja Pantilanan, social media specialist, Simone de Malibot, digital head, William Garcia, and digital content producer, Ciara Dizon and Ice Almazan. And also from Manila and Global Academy of Rock shareholders and partners, we have the founder, president, and CEO, Miss Priscilla Teo. Thank you so much as well. We have the CEO, Equinox Manila and Global Academy of Rock shareholder Benedict Mariatege. We also have operations manager Kathy Velasco, event and facility manager Pia Fernando. We also have sound engineer Gabriel Tagadad, Global Academy of Rock project managers from Singapore, Te Ming Yen and Tiffany Pereira. We also have music video director Calvin Singh, creative director Josiah Chua, and team official photographer Studio Daydream, lyric video director Nicole Font. And then from the ABS-CBN media engineering team, we have the head video workflow Sir Daryl Reyes. We also have our live stream producer and specialist Roniel Jimeno, and our ABS-CBN Corporate Communications Division, Head of Integrated Corporate Communication Division, Sir Kane Choa, PR Director Michelle Baltazar, Media Relations Manager Justin Irons, and PR Associate Roel Regalado. It takes a village, you guys, but thank you to everybody. And of course, Abba Cafe for the venue for today. And our camera operator, Ryan Servidad, thank you so much as well for being here with us. And once again, to all of our media press and also our friends, thank you so much for taking time out of your day on this Monday and joining us to talk about My Safe Place. Hopefully we made a safe place for all of you to enjoy for the rest of the week. So thank you everybody for joining us. Once again, this has been DJ Sam and all of the artists behind My Safe Place. Thank you everybody.